We are looking at question number 25 from chapter 27 of H.C. Verma. So the question says 1 liter of an ideal gas at 300 Kelvin is suddenly compressed to half its original volume. Find the ratio of the final pressure to the initial pressure. There are actually multiple options, multiple sub questions involved. So let's solve the questions one by one. So first we solve only for question A. We will look at the other questions later on. So initial temperature is 300 Kelvin, initial volume is 1 liter, and the gas is suddenly compressed to half its original volume. Now suddenly compressed means that it should be adiabatic process, because during sudden compression there is no time for exchange of heat. So we solve for part A. So for the part A, initial temperature is 300 Kelvin, initial volume is 1 liter, or that is equal to 10 power minus 3 meter cube. Now the final volume is what? Final volume is half the original volume. So V final is equals to V initial by 2, that is equal to 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube. Okay. Now in the part A, we have to find the ratio of final pressure to initial pressure. So P final into V final power gamma equal to P initial into V initial power gamma. This is the equation for adiabatic process. Okay. So we have to find P final divided by P initial. So that will be equal to V initial upon V final power gamma. Now V initial by V final will be what? 2 to the power gamma. Gamma is given to be 1.5. So this is 2 power 1.5. Okay. So this is equal to 2 into 2 power 0.5, or this is 2 root 2. Okay. This is your answer, but you could simplify further if you want to. 2 times root 2 is 1.4. So this is 2.8. That's your answer for part A. Now the part B says if the original pressure is 100 kilopascal, find the work done by the gas in the process. Okay. So for part B, the formula that we have to use is work done during adiabatic process is P final. Sorry, it should be P initial. So P initial V initial minus P final V final divided by gamma minus 1. This is the work done during adiabatic process. So we know the value of initial volume and final volume, but we don't know the initial pressure and final pressure. We need to find those values first. So in the question it is given that original pressure is 100 kilopascal. So P initial is 100 kilopascal. Now we calculated P final by P initial, that is 2.8. So P final will be 2.8 times P initial. So this will be equal to 280 kilopascal. Now we just need to use the formula to find the work done. So work done will be, we write the pressure in SI unit. So initial pressure is 100 kilopascal or 10 power 5 pascal into initial volume is 1 liter or 10 power minus 3 meter cube minus final pressure is 280 into 10 power 3 pascal into final volume is 0.5 into 10 power minus 3. So 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 meter cube divided by gamma. Gamma is given in the question 1.5 minus 1. So this will be equal to 100 minus 140 divided by 0.5. So this will be equal to minus 80 joules. Now the question is asking what is the change in internal energy. Okay. So for part C, we need to find the change in internal energy. So according to first law of thermodynamics, heat supplied minus work done by gas is equal to change in internal energy. Since it's adiabatic process, heat supplied is 0 minus work done by the gas we just calculated, minus 80 joules. Minus 80 equal to delta U. So we obtain delta U is equal to 80 joules. Now in the answer key of the H.C. Verma book, the delta U is given to be actually 82 joules. So we are getting this difference of 2 joules is because We took root 2 as 1.4 in our original solution. We took root 2 as 1.4. If we take root 2 as 1.41, then we will get 82 joules. So now the question is asking in part D, what is the final temperature? So for part D, we have to find the final temperature. So we know that PV is equal to nRT. Now we don't know the number of moles of the gas, but we do know the pressures and volume initially. So for the initial condition, PIVI equal to nRTI, and finally PFVF equal to nRTF. If you take the ratio of the two equations, we will get PFVF by PIVI is equals to TF upon TI. Okay. Now final pressure by initial pressure we already calculated to be equal to 2 root 2, and final volume by initial volume will be 1 by 2 equal to T final by T initial, which is how much? Initial temperature is 300 Kelvin. So we will get final temperature to be equal to 300 into root 2. So root 2 is 1.41. So you will get 423 Kelvin. Okay. So part D is finished. Okay, now coming to part E. So now the gas is compressed. The gas is now cooled to 300 Kelvin, keeping its pressure constant. Calculate the work done during the process. So we have isobaric process now. So in the part E, we have isobaric process. So for isobaric process, work done by gas will be how much? P times final volume minus initial volume. Now P times final volume will be how much? So we could write down PVF minus PVI. So this will be nRTF minus nRTI. Okay. So this is equal to nRTF minus TI. That's what we write down. Okay. So here again we need the value of NR. So NR can be again written as initial pressure into initial volume upon initial temperature. Into here I'll write down T2 minus T1. Okay. Now T2 minus T1 we just need to see what is it equal to. So first of all, pressure very initial is how much? 10 power 5 Pascal. Initial volume 10 power minus 3 divided by very initial temperature was 300 Kelvin into. Now the question says that the gas is compressed to T2, and T2 is how much? T2 is finally again given to be 300 Kelvin. So 300 minus, just before this the temperature we calculated 423. So when you simplify this, you will get this to be equal to minus 41 joules. This is the work done by gas. Okay. Now coming to the next part of the question. First of all, E is finished. Now we look at F. The gas is now expanded isothermally to achieve its original volume of 1 liter. Calculate the work done by the gas. Okay. So for this situation F, initial pressure is how much? Initially what we are given. After the previous part of the question, that is after E, in the present situation, our pressure will be how much? Pressure will be 2 root 2 into 10 power 5 Pascal. Temperature is 300 Kelvin. And after this process in F, what we are given that temperature will be still 300 Kelvin because we have to do isothermal expansion. And final volume is again 1 liter. Now since final volume is again 1 liter and temperature is again 300 Kelvin, which was the situation in the very beginning. So final pressure will be again same as the very initial pressure, that is 100 kilopascal or 10 power 5 Pascal. So now we have to find the work done while going from initial to final situation. So work done in isothermal process by the gas is given by nRT into natural logarithm of V2 by V1, or nRT can be written as P2V2 logarithm. Now V2 by V1 will be P1 by P2 for isothermal situation. Because we have isothermal situation, so nRT equal to P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. Correct? So V2 by V1 is equal to P1 by P2 and nRT equal to P2 V2. That's what we have put over here. Now we just need to put the values. So P2 V2, P2 is 10 power 5 Pascal. So 10 power 5 into V2 is 1 liter. So 10 power minus 3 meter cube into natural logarithm of P1 by P2. So P1 means this value, 2 root 2 into 10 power 5. 2 root 2 into 10 power 5 divided by P2 means this volume, sorry, this pressure, 10 power 5. So what do we get? 100 into natural logarithm of 2 root 2. So this is equal to 100 into 1.04. So that is 104 joules. This is your answer. Now the last part of the question is asking, calculate the total work done in the cycle. Now that's very easy. Okay. So work done during B part. Work done during B part we have to look at. Then work done during E part. We have to find the work done during E part, and then the work done during F. We just need to add them all together. So B, E and F. So for the part G, work done in the process B is how much? We got it minus 80 joules. Work done during E we calculated to be minus 41 joules, and work done during F we just calculated 104. तो ये हमें देगा टोटल कितना देगा, इससे हमारा टोटल आ जाएगा 17